Welcome to 7 Days of Grounding, Day 3. Today we'll begin seated, hands palms down on our knees. You can allow your eyes to shut or just find a soft focus in front of you. And tune into your breath as we've been doing, just noticing the quality. Is it different today than yesterday? Is it different this hour than this morning? Is your breath fast or slow? Notice your heartbeat. And do a quick scan of all the joints of your body, beginning with all 10 toes, ankles, knees, hips, lower and upper spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists, all 10 fingers, neck and jaw, skull. Your next inhale, breathing in whatever you want to cultivate today and imagining that illuminating your whole skeleton here. And exhale, sigh it out. You can flutter the eyes open or keep them shut and just begin with some gentle shoulder rolls, backwards and forwards. Just tuning in with curiosity here. So if you've been practicing every day, this is our 3rd day in a row. Maybe you're a regular practitioner, maybe you're not. Or maybe like me, you're a regular practitioner that has fallen out of step recently with chaos, grounding back in. So just noticing, if it is the case that maybe 3 days in a row is the most you've practiced in a while, are there any changes in your mind-body state from day 1 to day 3? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let both hands out, fingertips down, and just drop the head from one side slowly over to the other side. So not taking that full neck stretch series we did yesterday, but just going for some ease and opening through both sides of the neck. If it feels good, you can take this into some rolls forward and side to side. Or you can keep with just the side to side motion. When you're ready, let the head come back to center. Plant the right hand down and take the left arm over. Just an easy side stretch here. Your elbow can move down towards the earth. Opposite elbow extends up and look up under your bicep. Shoulders moving away from the ears, peeling open through that beautiful arch. And breathe. Bring your gaze to your left hand. Keep the focus on the hand as you just switch yourself over to the second side, almost like a pendulum swinging or a seesaw. And then settle into this shape on the second side. So looking up under your arm, sending the breath to your lifted hand, gaze up. Bring your gaze to your right hand, and keep your gaze on your hand as you push yourself back up to center. Take some Sufi circles here. Join your kneecaps into your hands. Just begin to take some slow circles of the spine in one direction. You can curve and round, you can arch, move with your breath. Just creating some heat in the body, creating some fluidity. No right way for this to look. Pay more attention to how it feels. And when you're ready, switch sides. Seeing if you can let your breath and body intuitively tell you when it's time to switch directions. Maybe you need fast circles today, maybe you need slow, maybe you need to linger in one spot, just really making this feel delicious and restorative. And then let the Sufi circles go. Plant both feet, knees bent. Just plant your hands on your shins and curl round your spine in. Just a little love for the spine. And then use your hands to push into your shins and just take a counter stretch. So opening the chest, you can drop the head back, very small. cracking open. And then you can move through these two little contract and open series, almost like a seated cat-cow, with your own breath here a few times, just exploring what it feels like in this shape. Energetically, maybe one or the other is calling to you. Maybe it feels like what you need to look up, to look towards light. Maybe it feels like what you need to curl into yourself. Just notice how it feels. And you can let that go. Come into tabletop and press straight back into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet. Allow your head to shake. And find some stillness here. Feeling your head like a bowling ball falling down between your arms. And imagine the breath here traveling from your tailbone all the way down your spine, out through your skull, into the earth below you with every deep exhale. So breathing in and rinsing out, spilling down your spine. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, heels drop. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. And take a moment here to explore this shape. You can bend the knee, you can roll the ankle out, you can maybe roll the hip out. You can keep the legs straight. As we're in a series of grounding, just noticing what it's like to be grounded here on 3 points instead of 4. What comes up for you here? How is this different than 4 points or 2? Maybe it's comforting to know that you can still be grounded in your body even with 3 versus 4 points of contact. And then swing that leg all the way through, plant the foot, come on up, high lunge. Find your shape, knee over ankle, belly pulling in, chest up, shoulders away from ears, strong legs, and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And take a twist, legs stay exactly as they are. Left arm comes forward, right arm peels the chest open towards the back. And just experiment with this spiraling action here in your arms. Breathe from fingertip to fingertip. Inhale, both arms lift up back towards center. Exhale, plant the hands to the earth. Left arm down, right arm peels open again, twist. Look up. Breathe in. Exhale, plant both hands, step both feet to the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot so your hands touch the earth, and we'll take these folded twists we took yesterday. Plant the right hand in front of you. Spiral the left arm open, and maybe the left leg begins to straighten. Look up towards your left hand if that feels good, or you can drop the head. And use your breath here to rinse. Powerful rinse. And then switch sides, left hand down, right arm peels open, maybe the right leg begins. Both hands come down, bend the knees, roll all the way up the spine to stand. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step straight back, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels drop. A few breaths just to play around, settle back into downward dog. Spread the fingers. You might notice the quality of one side versus the other. And prepare for the same thing, second side. So inhale, left leg lifts. And again, experimenting with the 3 points of contact here instead of 4. You can bend the knee and roll your hip out, roll your ankle out. Maybe even just play with your balance here. And breathe. you hold your breath when you're thrown off balance. And then step the left foot between the hands, coming up for high lunge, second side. Find your shape. Sit low in the hips, back leg strong. Pull in through the belly, arms reach up. Breathe. Twist open, right arm forward, left arm back. Gaze working toward the back left fingertips. Initiating the motion from your core, from that point right below your belly button. Open heart. On your next inhale, arms swing back forward, chest forward, breathe in. Exhale, plant both hands to frame the foot, twist. Right hand down, left arm up, spiral open. If you're lucky enough, like me, to be looking at the literal sky right now, maybe just envisioning a piece of that sky traveling into your body with each inhale. Still imagine that even if you're not looking at the literal sky. You can plant both hands to frame your foot and step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take another variation here, shoulder rinse. Clasp both hands behind you, and then allow your arms to spill forward over your head. Nice rinsing out of the shoulders here, and use the breath. Keeping in mind that quality of softening versus forcing, melting versus pulling, rinsing out like a waterfall down the spine. And release the hands. And just grab opposite elbows, sway the torso out, roll the head and neck out. And then release the arms. Feet stay as they are. Sit the hips back, chair pose. So sit your bottom down as if you were sitting in a chair. Belly pulls in, arms strong, lightning bolt position in the body. Maybe a little opening in the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale here, and then exhale, twist right elbow, left knee. I'm just going easy, softly here. Similar action to the folded twist. And notice your relationship to this off balance challenge pose or powerful pose here. How does it feel to stay in an unbalanced position, right, where you're over on one side? Come back to center chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart directly into the second twist. Left elbow, right knee, go. Find your shape, twist open. Knees trying to stay directly parallel instead of letting one slide behind the other here. Use the pressure of your hand into your hand. What are you rinsing out? Inhale, back to chair pose. Last push, sit your hips low. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold, plant both hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels drop. Right leg lift, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And this time, everybody takes some big, juicy hip circles on the right side. If it's in your practice to flip your dog and you like to do that, go ahead. That's where I would allow the ball of my right foot connect with the earth on the other side of me. And then straighten my left leg and arch my torso back. Breathe. Or simply stay playing around in three-legged dog. One is not better or worse. And then in your own time, make your way back to downward facing dog, and we're just gonna switch sides. So if you did take flip dog, take your time playing there. Then make your way to three-legged dog on the left when you're ready. And playing with that open hip, those big hip circles. And maybe playing with Flip Dog over there. Using the breath to rinse out our hips. And then meeting back in downward facing dog. One more big breath here. Lift the heels. Exhale, heels drop. Knees to the earth and come to seated. Take some seated twists here. So extend your left leg long. Right foot comes across next to the left knee. Right hand spirals up and behind you. Left arm up. And then left arm connecting with the left knee. Twist and breathe. Come back through center. You can give your knee a little squeeze. Shake both legs out and then just switch sides. So left leg long. Nope, right leg long. Left leg over. Left arm comes behind you. Right arm reaches up first. And then right elbow connects with the left knee in order to facilitate the twist. And use your breath. Back to center, shake both legs out, soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, and find your variation here. And keep the spine long, or allow the chest to come forward towards the feet, using your breath. Send it to the spaces that are talking to you. Slowly uncurl the spine, coming back to standing. Use your hands on the outer edges of your knees to just lift your knees up. And then drop your third eye to your knees, the gesture of coming into self. Give yourself a little hug. A little squeeze, a little bit of self-love, inward restoration. You can keep your feet where they are. We'll come down to our backs and take one round of bridge pose today before we get ready for Shavasana. So my feet will stay planted, my spine connects with the ground. And then I want to check out and see if my fingertips can touch my heels here. That's generally a pretty good position for, or distance for bridge pose. And then as I get ready for bridge pose, I'm going to push down into my feet to lift my hips up. So really initiating the action from the strength of my legs versus just relying on my spinal flexibility. That will maybe put me at risk for spinal injury in the long term. So using my strong legs to push my pelvis up. And this could be it for today. You could stay right here. If you'd like to play with a little more expansion through the heart, you can walk yourself up onto your shoulders. Clasp your arms or your hands underneath you, just like we did in the shoulder rinse. And then push your whole arms into the earth. And use your breath to lift your chest a little bit higher. And use your breath no matter what shape you're in. Gently cracking that heart open. Strong legs. Begin to come down slowly, noticing the connection point of each individual vertebra with the earth as you come down instead of rushing through. Really just feeling the connection of your human spine with the earth below you. And you can let your your knees fall side to side once you get down, just relaxing, releasing any remaining tension. And then give yourself a moment for any final stretches, final shapes that your body wants before you come down into full Shavasana. Knowing that there is no other you than you, no other way to be than exactly as you are. No more perfect version than the version of yourself you are today. And begin to let any final movements go, settling yourself into your final Shavasana shape. Arms and legs long, back of the head connected with the earth, eyes shut or soft focus. Just surrendering into the earth, the ground below you. Shavasana. You're free to lay in Shavasana as long as you like. And we'll be back together tomorrow for day 4.